Good morning. It's great to be here. I have the misfortune of following Matthew Perry. Tough act to follow, and I have to confess to you that last night, Carson told me that I would be speaking after Mr. Perry, so I called home in Boston, talked to my wife. My daughter are great fans of his, and my wife said, well, that's great, that should be nice. And I said, thank you. And about 10 minutes later, my phone rang. It was my wife again, and she said, your daughter wants to talk to you. Now, any father out there who has a daughter knows that's normally not a good thing. So I said, hi, honey. She said, Dad, please don't embarrass me. I said, what do you mean, honey? She said, Dad, Mom just told me the news. I said, honey, isn't that really nice? Did you ever think in your wildest dreams that I would follow Mr. Perry? She said, Dad, you've never been in my wildest dreams. And please, don't be a dork. So without saying a word, I'm humbled and chastised. But I am glad to be here today, truly, as the representative of the National District Attorneys Association. I think that it's important the prosecutors have a role in the great work we do in drug court, and I'm very, very happy and proud to become a new board member. As a prosecutor, it's my responsibility to hold criminals accountable for their actions and seek justice for victims of crime. And as we know, drug addicts unfortunately test this responsibility, and they are both a victim and often have committed a criminal offense. The drug addict is the victim of the drug trade, the trafficker who preys on human misery in order to enhance their own power and fortune. And at the same time, the addict must be held accountable. Drug courts are one of the new ways and successful ways in the criminal justice system that we are addressing that dual reality, and that it provides help to the addict to end dependence that will in turn end the need to commit criminal acts often necessary to support the addiction. Most importantly, drug courts hold people accountable. I have heard more than one drug court graduate say that if it weren't for the specter of incarceration hanging over his or her head, they would not have found the will to comply with the conditions of their release and finally get clean and sober. But I will tell you, as district attorney, I have always made the distinction between the drug trafficker and the drug addict. And to that end, my office in Massachusetts has initiated an adult drug diversion program that offers addicts accused of nonviolent crimes the chance to seek treatment pre-complaint. Let me say that again, pre-complaint. It is a great day for me when those individuals will avail themselves of our drug diversion program and successfully complete the program set by qualified clinicians, never walk into a courtroom. That is a great, great day for me. Like drug court, the possibility of prosecution and incarceration hangs in the balance and is often just the motivation that is needed for the addict to finally get serious about treatment and recovery. But you know that. It is heartening to be part of a group of so many dedicated people who are spending their life's missions to make this world a better world, and I truly tip my hat to you. But before we all depart, I ask you to become engaged in your local communities in the discussion about legalizing marijuana and medical marijuana. Dr. Shabbat said it better than anybody. He's really the man when it comes to speaking the truth. We need to do that. We need to speak the truth. We need to speak the truth to our communities. We need to speak the truth to our young people. We need to speak the truth to those purveyors of greed so eloquently discussed with respect to our people who are truly at risk. The people who argue that pot is no big deal must be confronted with that truth. I was listening with great interest to Secretary Moffett talking, as well as Dr. Reiskrein. You know, in my county of 800,000 people, 34 cities and towns that stretches from north of Boston to the New Hampshire border, we have 4 major highway routes. And for those of you who are not from Boston, routes. 95, 128, 114, Route 1. And I will tell you that the motor vehicle homicides that I have witnessed and I have prosecuted involve people, unfortunately, for the most part, who have been both drinking and smoking pot. The myth that it's going to be one or the other is just that. If marijuana becomes legalized, we'll see more people getting hurt because they were drinking alcohol and smoking pot at the same time. That's a truth that needs to be spoken about. I have 3 DREs in my county, drug recognition experts, 3 to service a community of 800,000 people. You can imagine the negative fallout with respect to impaired driving that will happen if marijuana becomes legal. Need to speak the truth. I want to thank you. I'm very, very humbled to the opportunity to serve on the board. I hope I haven't been too dorky this morning, but I really admire and I really feel grateful to be part of such a great group. And to all of you, please continue to do the great work that you do. God bless.